Well, welcome to my third episode of Hospitality with the Silver Fox. That's me, Stephen Hickmore. I'm the director and conductor of the Swiss Hotel School in Johannesburg. Big question. Have you ever wondered why some people thrive in hospitality whilst others burn out very quickly? Now, as we know, hospitality looks very glamorous from the outside with luxury hotels, beautiful restaurants, international travel, but reality is very different. Behind-the-scenes work has got many pressures. What sort of personalities survive and thrive in hospitality? After decades in hospitality education and in the industry, I've noticed that people who succeed share certain personality traits. So today, I want to talk about the personality of great hospitality people. Remember, hospitality itself, it's fundamentally about human connection. It's not just about cooking food, pouring drinks, and checking guests into hotels. That's what the public see we're doing. Most of all, hospitality is a complex business, but we do like to make people feel welcome and valued. Some people naturally enjoy this. I know that I do, and I like to leave a place feeling great. And that's what we do in hospitality. Some people really struggle with this constant interaction. And those people that struggle, either they're going to improve in some way or they're going to move into a different department within hotels. We don't all have to be happy, smiley people all the time. In hospitality, you deal with people who are tired, people who are excited, people are having the most important time of their life, like a wedding or a big business deal, so they're celebrating. And sometimes people get frustrated. But great hospitality professionals read situations quickly. We adapt our approach, and we remain calm under pressure. Remember, you're not just managing a service, you're managing emotions. The first trait that we'll look at is energy and enthusiasm. Remember, hospitality is not a passive career. The best hospitality people bring energy into the room. They bring the atmosphere. They bring the weather. They create enthusiasm, and guests respond well to that enthusiasm. For instance, a restaurant manager greets guests with genuine warmth, a hotel receptionist who solves a problem with positivity. One thing that I was told as a trainee was, if you give me a guest complaint, I'll give you a customer for life. So if you solve a problem, you can often get fantastic buy-in and loyalty from a guest who previously may have been unhappy with what you're doing. This doesn't mean to say that you have to be loud or extroverted, or you need to try and be another person. Remain as your personality. What it means is having a positive presence. There's another thing in hospitality we call the halo effect. This is doing things right. Little kindnesses and genuine empathy. You'll reap the reward later. When a guest gets a good greeting, or that you recognize a problem they're having and that you're showing that empathy, it rewards you later. So if something goes wrong, that guest is very likely to forgive you. Those small things that happen in hotels we can't always control, like, for instance, a pillowcase is missing, like, for instance, a light that's not working. This then doesn't become a crisis with that guest. Hospitality runs on energy. You bring it, people feel it. Trait number 2, resilience. Hospitality can be demanding. Often long hours, busy service periods, unexpected problems. For example, a chef can call in sick, a guest can complain, a system failure at check-in. What do hospitality people do? They're resilient, they stay calm, they solve problems quickly, they move forward without dwelling too much on the stress. So in hospitality, things will go wrong. Think about it yourself. What defines you is how you respond. Let's talk about hospitality personal trait number 3, which is curiosity and learning, a lifetime of curiosity about your subject and about your career. For instance, continue to be curious about food, new recipes, new chefs, new ideas. That's a lifelong learning. Cultures are very important. In South Africa, we have many different cultures, and around the world, learning about those cultures will stand you in good stead when it comes to that glorious communication you have with people. You need to know about travel. And above anything else, you need to know what opportunities from a tourism perspective are in the area where your hotel is. The experiences that people will have, the things that you can recommend that you love. Be curious about people. Be curious about the psychology of people. In a way, I feel that we're all psychologists in the hospitality industry. So be curious. Read, read, read. I'm constantly telling that to our students. It's two good books that I read recently. One is a fantastic book called Unreasonable Hospitality by Will Guardia. This is a great book if you're looking for new ideas and how to elevate what you do with the small details that make the public really happy. Another one I loved is Sol Kerzner. Now, Sol Kerzner, if you don't know, was an extremely successful South African businessman that opened luxury hotels all over the world. So this book, Sol, is by Peter Venison, who worked with Sol Kerzner for over 30 years. There's a lot to learn by those examples. We're one of those few industries where you can learn something new every day. So there's always new wines, there's different cuisines, there's always new expectations that guests have got. And above all else, there's new technology constantly. It's a matter of harnessing that technology to enhance the guest experience, not to be able to distract from it. We don't want heads down on the reception desk just because one's going through a process. Further professional studies are important. Podcasts, maybe like this one and others that cover hospitality, are important. Remember, the best professionals in hospitality never stop learning. Moving on to trait number 4, and one that I really like, is team spirit. So team spirit and morale is really important. It's never a solo performance. Kitchens are teams, and restaurants, front of house, is also a team. And those teams need to work well together and make a customer experience spectacular. Too many times I've seen in my career the arguments between kitchen and restaurant staff, and those still go on today. So communication and trust is really important. I'll give you an example. I remember getting completely chewed out by a head chef for forgetting to let him know there were extra 20 guests for a high-end wedding. A society wedding. This started a war. Trust was lost. The chef was grumpy, grumpy, grumpy. Support your colleagues during pressure times. Don't just stand by and watch them sink. If you don't enjoy working with people, then hospitality will feel very, very difficult indeed. So in conclusion, if you recognize these traits in yourself, that's energy, resilience, curiosity, and teamwork, then hospitality may well be the industry for you, and perfect. Hospitality isn't just a job. For the right personality, it's one of the most rewarding careers in the world, and it's future-proof. AI is not going to affect you negatively. You will always have a career in hospitality. So thanks for listening to the latest episode of the Silver Fox podcast. That's me, Stephen Hickmore. And if you're interested in the world of hospitality, leadership, and careers, then join me next time. Or check me out on hospitality.co.za for more articles and insight into this exciting industry.